All right, welcome back to the last video in our 3D Print Farm Sheets version 4.0 video series. We are going to talk about maintenance logs, supplies and vendors, and soon to be reporting suite. So let's start out with the maintenance log and jump over here. Um, we have this maintenance log here where you can essentially just track your maintenance for your printers. So it is a great tool to use to see recurring repairs, right? So if you continually have maybe a hot end going out, right, and it just over and over and over again, and you sort this by, you look at all the mini ones here, and you see just power supply or hot end, hot end, hot end. Maybe that gives you cause to look deeper into it, right? And say, okay, maybe it's not the hot end, but what is making the hot end burn up? Maybe it's your board, right? So um, by laying these out and tracking all this, it gives some great insight as to how much maintenance you're doing. Because I think a lot of times we do maintenance without even think about it, and then we think stuff should be lasting longer than it is, or vice versa. We don't do maintenance and it breaks, and we're like, I just replaced that. Well, if you were tracking it and you saw well, it was actually a year and a half ago, yeah, maybe it was time, right? So if you need more rows, just hit add rows, and it'll add rows, and then it'll total up this column here, just as a kind of like a just because, right? So you can see your total maintenance costs and for a running total. And then when you're doing that, it'll pre-populate with your printer brands again that you have turned on, and then you can whatever you want to name them, right? So obviously we have 4 Prusa minis, so we name them Mini 1, Mini 2, Mini 3. So then depending on the printer, we would just type in the name that got the repair, so we can differentiate which mini is being repaired. Next is our supplies and vendors. So this is a way for you to track who your vendors are, and really what they call colors. Something that I learned is that oftentimes I would buy filament, and one company's green is different than another company's green, and they both call it green, but I use this company's green for my light green, and I use the other company's green for my forest green, but they both use the word green, right? So this is a place where you can track that. So, like, for example, we use a lot of matte overture. So we just call it black, but it's actually the overture matte black. And we can do that. So we have again, this is populated. The brands that are available are populated based off of what you select here. And then you can type in the color and your color here. And then if it's a popular brand, we do have links where you can go and buy it. And these are affiliate links that will help us out to continue updating this. So if you choose to use those links, we appreciate it. And then if you need more rows, you hit add rows, and it'll add a row here. So this is NA probably because there's no tan overture. I don't know. But otherwise, supplies and vendors, that's what that sheet is for. Can be useful. I know it's useful for me just because I was losing track of what I called certain colors. All right, last thing we're going to look at here is our reports. So we want to build out this report feature. It's probably next on our list, so you can look for that in future updates. Right now we have one report, and it's our daily farm profit. So we will turn that on, and you can see it opens up a sheet. And then here we have our daily farm profit. And this is some interesting data that we put in here. So I will read you it first, and then we will walk through kind of what it says. So based on the individual printer uptime, so again, that is these uptimes we put in here for all these printers. Based on the individual printer uptime for each printer in your farm and the profitability of your catalog, so it's looking at these profit numbers here, you are currently printing during 60% or 116 hours of total capacity. The result is an average daily farm profit of $207.73. Your farm has the capacity of generating $343.83 of average daily profit if your printer uptime was 100%. So essentially what it's saying is we are running at 60% efficiency. In order to get 100% efficiency on this sheet here, these would all need to be 24, right? So if we change to 24, 24, 24, and now we go over here, we are maxed out. We are at 100%. Obviously, not reality. Really not doable, probably. So I will change these back to just some random numbers here. Now we're at 57%. So this shows your efficiency, and then this shows your current farm profit versus your potential. So based off of your current printer uptime, you are profiting $196.99 a day. You have the potential, if you had full efficiency, of $343.83 a day. So I think it's a cool snapshot. Lets you know where you're at, and what you could achieve. But you can see this is a big number, even with what we got in here. And I would say, not many people are running every printer on average, of 16 hours. I don't even know that we are, right? Because we sleep and we miss it and it sits there, right? So I would say take your time with filling these out and be conservative with them. Otherwise, it's going to be like, oh, I'm making $200 a day. Are you though? So just be aware of that. Last thing I will point out, we'll turn that off, is just these navigation buttons up top here. So if you're on any page, you can do kind of quick jump in. If you didn't want to use the tabs, if you're here, you hit farm data, and we go to farm data. If we want to go back to reports, we go to reports, filament library, product catalog, supplies. You can just kind of jump, maintenance log, jump around that way if you want. So, guys, that is the end of the series. I hope it was helpful. I hope you're liking 3D Print Farm Sheets version 4.0. I've put a lot of my time, my sweat into it. I have learned so much in Excel and broken it so many times, and I hope you'll enjoy it and it's of value to you guys. Again, if you have comments or questions, drop them in the comments below the video you have a question on, and we will do our best to answer them quickly. Otherwise, I can be reached in the Patreon, if you remember there, or the Discord, if you are a part of the Discord there. So thanks for watching. See you guys next time.